What is going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about fan expectations, I guess, is the fastest way I can say it before I roll the intro. So, yeah, fan expectations. Let's do it. Okay, so intro over. What do I mean by fan expectations? I'll just come right out and say it. I won't beat around the bush. It's this weird paradox that I was laying in bed last night before I went to sleep, and I was just thinking, like, wait a minute. Fan bases want the creators to listen to them, and they want them to do what the fans want them to do, right? You know, fans want the creators to do what the fans want. That's what I was trying to say. It might have been a little confusing the first way I worded it. And then they turn around and complain when a series feels like a fan fiction. Has anyone ever noticed that, where they complain that it's fan service? And I'm mostly speaking in terms of Dragon Ball Super. There's other series like Steven Universe where the fans want certain things to happen, like in the case of shipping, which I'm not going to get into because that's a whole dramatic can of worms. Is fuck that noise. But yeah, Steven Universe has it. Naruto's had it. One Piece has had it. I get it. You know, fans, they love a series and they spend time watching the series, reading about the series, making theories in some cases. You know, it's pretty big with like Dragon Ball and Steven Universe and stuff like that. One Piece. But it's like what I was saying before, where you have the fans saying they want certain things to happen and they're disappointed when they don't happen. Like in the case of Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, there were legitimate complaints from people. Okay, they weren't legitimate, but there were real complaints from people that were saying, oh, why didn't they make Gogeta canon? Why didn't Super Saiyan God look like fucking Golden Super Saiyan 4? It's just a lazy recolor. Even though a Golden Super Saiyan 4 would be a lazy recolor, you dumbasses, but whatever. It's the Dragon Ball fan base. But they were complaining that the certain things the fans wanted, you know, they were complaining that these things weren't happening. And people say, like, oh, Absalom's better than Dragon Ball Super. But then you criticize Dragon Ball Super for feeling like a fan fiction, even though that's exactly what Absalom is, or that's exactly what Multiverse is, or AF. And it's like, there's a hypocritical theme going on here, isn't there? Because you don't want Dragon Ball Super to feel like a fan fiction or fan service, but that's exactly what these other fan-made, literally fan fiction things are. And it's the same thing with cartoons and all kinds of shows. I don't even need to name one in particular. Fans do complain when things don't happen the way they wanted them to happen. And it's like, but do you want it to feel like a fan fiction? I don't think you do, because that's often a criticism of certain series. Like, oh, this just feels like a fan fiction of these characters or whatever. So do you want them to listen to you or do you not? That's like the weird paradox I'm discovering here, is it's like, do you want it to feel like a fan fiction and have them listen to you or do what you guys say, or do you not? Because it's just this weird paradox, and I don't really have an answer or like a way of debunking this or making some big statement. It's just sort of a weird paradox. It's not really a paradox, it's probably the wrong word, but I'm just kind of being humorous with it. It's just this weird situation that I don't really fully understand, like how it's like this weird, I won't call it a double standard, because I don't know if even people are really aware of it, but it's just, I don't know, I thought it was interesting and worth making a video about, because, I mean, I hate to repeat myself, but there's really no easier way to say it or other way to say it. It's literally, do what we want in the series or we're going to be disappointed, but then if you do that maybe in a certain way, I don't know, like female Broly or whatever, they're like, oh, this is just fan service, it just feels like a fan fiction, and it's like, you just said to, like, you just said to listen to us, and it's, what's my opinion on this? What's my opinion on fans and their expectations, and what a studio / writer, whether it be a manga or an anime, what they should do when it comes to their fan bases? In my opinion, when it comes to cartoons, manga, anime, pretty much anything, that anybody who's creative and creates art, even music, listen to your fans. But not, I mean that in the most literal sense. Listen to them. Don't do what they say. Don't follow them blindly. Listen to them. Take what they say into consideration, because you can have a TV show that has a rocky first season, and then the fans react to it, and the creators are looking at it like, okay, well, they didn't like this character, so maybe tone him down. They didn't like this voice, so maybe we'll tweak it a little bit. And you don't have to listen to the fans in that case. You don't have to. You can just go with your own artistic freedom, and that's totally your right to do it. But you can take into consideration what the fans say, and maybe through a combination of you revising your own work and the fans giving their criticism, you can create something even better. I think that's the best option, is to listen to them and consider what they say in the most literal sense. I don't mean consider what they say and listen to them as in do what they say. Just consider it. And I think that's important, especially since nowadays we have so much social media that it's so easy for someone to give a fucking 140 character review of an episode of something that came out on Twitter that the creators can of course see. It's a little bit different if we're talking like Dragon Ball, because that's over in Japan, so that's, you know, that's a little bit different, but still, for American cartoons and stuff like that, you know, it definitely is definitely very beneficial to have social media there. But yeah, never blindly just listen to your fans, and never just completely ignore them, in my opinion. That's the best option. But those are just my thoughts on the subject. What are your guys? I know, again, there's no big statement here or big debunking or anything. Just making some information aware to you and giving some thoughts on it. Just sort of a little, like, editorial type thing. I don't really know what to call this video. Kind of a discussion. Kind of a discussion opener, I suppose. So sound off in the comments below all of your thoughts that you have on this video. And that's pretty much it. So, like I said, comment below. Give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, and click that little bell, get notifications when my videos go up.